This is an archaeology breakthrough as a Greek shipwreck full of Atlantis metal is to be recovered. The so-called lost continent of Atlantis has been the source of speculation throughout the ages, although modern scientists doubt it ever actually existed. A Roman-era shipwreck from the bed of the Mediterranean Sea off the Sicilian coast has now been recovered from the Mediterranean seabed. The Greek vessel's cargo of rare orichalcum metal, which is shrouded in myths of Atlantis, has been brought to the surface after being submerged for thousands of years. The ship, known as the Gaia II, after the coastal town near where the wreck is located, has rested undisturbed for over 2,600 years. The mission combines historical intrigue, advanced maritime engineering, and the tantalizing allure of one of history's most enduring legends. And the Gaia II was the first discovered in 2014, lying 300 meters beneath the waves, its wooden frame remarkably preserved under the layers of sediment. Initially, explorers had dives revealing its cargo, the collection of 39 ingots of orichalcum, metal mentioned in ancient texts, including those of the Greek philosopher Plato. Orichalcum is often frequently linked to Atlantis, the mythical advanced civilization described in Plato's dialogues Timaeus and Critias. And according to these ancient texts, orichalcum was a prized material in Atlantis, used to adorn the city's temples and palaces, signifying wealth and power. And while modern science has subsequently identified orichalcum as an alloy preliminary composed of copper and zinc, the mystique endures. It fuels speculation about its origins and the cultural significance. Nevertheless, the ship's cargo, coupled in the Mediterranean location, has ignited theories among enthusiasts of ancient mysteries. Some suggested that Gaia II might have been transporting goods to or from a civilization with links to Atlantis, the Atlantean legend, while others argue that the ingots were destined for a known Roman trading hub, as Sicily was a strategic crossroads, of course, of commerce in antiquity. But archaeologists remain cautious and have emphasized the importance of further analysis to discern the metal's precise origins and purpose. The upcoming recovery operation is a technically complex, environmental sensitive task that will cost an estimated £420,000, and it'll take about 270 days. Underwater archaeologists, marine engineers, and conservation experts will work together to carefully lift the wreck and its artifacts without causing further damage. And using remotely operated vehicles, ROVs, equipped with precise tools, would allow for delicate excavation of the surrounding sediment, revealing more about the ship's structure and its contents. And once the ingots have been recovered, they undergo extensive laboratory analysis to determine their composition, potentially unlocking clues about the ship's voyage and its broader historical context. Sicily's regional government partnered with international institutions, including the Institute of Nautical Archaeology, to ensure the project adheres to global conservation standards. Officials hope that Gaia II recovery will illuminate ancient Mediterranean trade networks and bolster the region's cultural tourism. The artifacts from the ship, including the orichalcum ingots, are expected to be displayed at the Museum Archeologico Regina de Gela, where they will join a growing collection of treasures from the area's rich history. The cargo also includes amphoras. These are jars used for the ceramic jars used for storing wine and other liquids, pottery, metal objects, and maybe even personal belongings, potentially offering fascinating insights into the trade routes, economy, and daily life of the ancient Greeks. Speaking in October, Francisco Paolo Scarpinato, Sicilian Regional Councillor for Cultural Heritage, the Sea of Gela has returned, finds the crucial for the reconstruction of the history. The recovery of this second wreck constitutes a further opportunity for the Gela territory to continue that process of cultural and tourist development that this part of Sicily deserves. The 2 Greek ships and the numerous finds recovered in these years will be able to constitute a cultural attraction center linked to the underwater archaeology that Gela has been waiting for too many years, and that will allow it to combine the needs of scientific type with those of the cultural type. Atlantis is often depicted as a powerful advanced civilization that disappeared under the sea in a single day and night of misfortune. Plato places it beyond the Pillars of Hercules, which has been interpreted as a Strait of Gibraltar, leading some to speculate that it lay in the Atlantic Ocean. Other theories propose the Mediterranean as its location, with sites such as Santorini, Crete, and Cyprus suggesting as potential candidates linked to the catastrophic eruption of Thera, that's Santorini, the Thera volcano around 1600 BC. Alternatively, some scholars argue Atlantis was purely allegorical, a tale to illustrate the dangers of hubris and overreach, and while mainstream historians consider it a myth, its allure persists. Hypotheses range from a prehistoric civilization to an early depiction of the lost lands like Doggerland and the Azores Plateau. If it ever existed, this timeline is thought to predate Plato's account by 9,000 years, aligning it with the end of the last ice age. This is by Kieran McGrath on Express UK. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support. My Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.